Good afternoon and welcome to the Wayne County Public Schools Retirement Ceremony. I'm Dr. David Lewis, Interim Superintendent, and it is my privilege to be here with you today to celebrate this important milestone in your professional career. As an employee of Wayne County Public Schools, each of you had a valuable role in helping our schools address student needs. Regardless of your position, you helped make a difference in a child's life each and every day you came to work. Thank you for your commitment to education and for your dedicated service to our districts. I wish you all of the best in your retirement and hope you have a wonderful future ahead. At this time, the Wayne County Board of Education Chair, Mr. Don Christopher West, will share a few comments. Mr. West?
Thank you, Dr. Lewis. It is my pleasure to join all of you today at this virtual celebration. The Wayne County Board of Education commends each of you for your service to our school district and to the North Carolina public education. All of you can be proud of the job you did and the time you dedicated to helping make our schools a better place for our students to grow and learn. Each of you are important, and each of you have left or are leaving big shoes to fill behind you. I wish all of you a long and healthy retirement. At this time, I will turn the program over to Dr. Yvette Smith-Mason, Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources and Professional Development, who will recognize the 2020-2021 Wayne County Public Schools retirees. Dr. Mason.
Thank you, Mr. West. We're here today to celebrate the careers of Wayne County Public Schools employees. We would like to recognize and honor our retirees that have given their time and talents to make a difference. Your dedication and commitment to students and families of Wayne County Public Schools is greatly appreciated. It takes the effort of many individuals in different roles to create a system that works harmoniously for the benefit of all. Thank you for your valuable service to Wayne County Public Schools. At this time, Mrs. Tasha Adams, retired Wayne County Public Schools principal, will share a few words for the retiring Wayne County Public Schools administrators and teachers.
Congratulations to the retirees. I have a poem that I want to recite for you because this is a special milestone in your life, and I wish you nothing but the best. You started on this journey so many years ago, and now it's time to leave behind dear friends you've come to know. It seems to me that this was more than just a job for you. The passion and the love you have for parents, children, teachers, and education shines right on through. You encourage them to do their best and never mind their peers, to choose the straight and narrow and overcome their fears. I've often thought how powerful your influence must be. You turned each student's world of dreams into possibilities. Now, I wish that you keep yourself safe and well, wherever you may turn, surrounded by your loved ones, living out the dreams you've earned. So never waste time wishing that you could have done more. Time to watch those seeds you've planted grow. And trust always for what's in store. So administrators and teachers, enjoy the sunrises and sunsets and all that nature has to give. No more watching the clock. You only have one life to live. Yes, enjoy every second of life. Cherish and embrace this single moment. So take some time to do you. You deserve it. And congratulations to all of you. I wish you nothing but the very best. Good health and strength for your mind, body, and soul. Congratulations, retirees. Enjoy.
Thank you for sharing that wonderful message, Mrs. Adams. We will now recognize our principal, assistant principal, and teacher retirees. Principal, Meadow Lane Elementary, Wendy Hooks, 32 years of service. Assistant principal, Eastern Wayne Elementary, Lois Marshall, 25 years of service. Assistant principal, Tommy's Road Elementary School, Barbara Williams, 28 and a half years of service. Patricia Williams, teacher at Brogden Middle Schools, 25.5 years of service. Joyce Moses, teacher at Brogden Primary, 30 years of service. Charles B. Aycock had 5 teachers retire this year. Kimberly Smith, 28 years of service. Myra Brooks, 28 and a half years of service. Roderick Peterson, 24.5 years of service. George Stansel, 20 years of service. Patrick Stansel, 17 years of service. Tracy Hand, teacher at Eastern Wayne Elementary, 5 years of service. David Gurley, teacher at Eastern Wayne High, 21 years of service. Anthony Johnson, teacher at Eastern Wayne Middle, 18 years of service. Cynthia Sprouse, teacher at Edgewood Community Development School, 27 and a half years of service. Ella Setliff, teacher at Fremont Stars, 25 and a half years of service. Martha Alamander, teacher at Grantham Elementary, 24 and a half years of service. Angela Joyner, teacher at Grantham Middle, 30 years of service. Deborah Whaley, teacher at Greenwood Middle, 30 years of service. Melanie Bradshaw, teacher at Mount Olive Middle, 24 years of service. Wanda Neighbors, teacher at Meadow Lane Elementary, 28 years of service. Cynthia Bruton, teacher at North Drive Elementary, 35 years of service. Northwest Elementary has 2 teachers retiring. Valerie Holden with 30 and a half years of service. Joyce Hess with 18 years of service. Connie Sutton, teacher at Rosewood High, 12 years of service. Spring Creek High School has 2 teachers retiring. Doyle Whitfield with 28 and a half years of service, and Sharon Franklin with 15 years of service. Tanya Grady, teacher at Spring Creek Middle, 25 and a half years of service. Patricia Stevens, teacher at Southern Wayne High, 22 years of service. Lori Smith, teacher at Tommy's Road Elementary, 29 years of service. Deborah Braswell, teacher at Wayne Middle High Academy, 32 and a half years of service. Wayne Early Middle College High School has 2 teachers retiring. Sheila Cover with 26 years of service, and Angela Mazingo with 30 years of service. Thank you to all of our principal, assistant principal, and teacher retirees. Our schools are made up of many stakeholders that are critical to the day-to-day functions in each building. Exceptional children's specialists, instructional assistants, school counselors, school secretaries are all a part of our school staff that supports our students' educational journeys. At this time, we would like to share a message from Mrs. Selena Bennett for our certified and non-certified school retirees.
Congratulations, retirees who are part of the instructional support staff for Wayne County Public Schools. It is my honor and privilege to get to address both the certified and the non-certified instructional support staff and to thank you for your years of service to Wayne County Public Schools. People need to realize the importance of the jobs that each and every one of you have had in supporting our students and supporting our staff in Wayne County Public Schools. So a big shout out to all of you, instructional assistants, counselors, curriculum facilitators, secretaries, and our exceptional children's staff. It truly takes a village to educate our children, and we thank you for all of your years of hard work and support, and we congratulate you as you move into this next chapter of your life.
Thank you for sharing that wonderful message, Mrs. Bennett. We will now recognize our certified and classified instructional support retirees. Brogdon Primary has 3 retirees. Sherry Jones, curriculum facilitator, 30 years of service. Barbara Newsom, instructional assistant, 26 years of service. Rosemary Holloman, instructional assistant, 20 and a half years of service. Carver Elementary has 2 retirees. Lori Weaver, instructional assistant, 27 years of service. Ernestine Grimes, instructional assistant, 22 years of service. Claudia Lucky Brown, Carver Heights Elementary, social worker, 24 and a half years of service. Lynette Washam, Charles B. Aycock High School, guidance secretary, 26 and a half years of service. Eva Jones, Eastern Wayne Elementary, instructional assistant, 28 years of service. Eastern Wayne Middle School has 2 retirees. Charlotte Boyette, instructional assistant, 22 and a half years of service. Lisa Artis, instructional assistant, 27 years of service. Fremont Stars Elementary has 2 retirees. Wanda Carter, instructional assistant, 21 years of service. Shirley Stanton, instructional assistant, 31 years of service. Goldsboro High School has 2 retirees. Lillian Mills, school counselor, 29 years of service. Anitha Freeman, school secretary, 31 years of service. April Davis, Greenwood Middle, instructional assistant, 23 and a half years of service. Meadow Lane Elementary has 2 retirees. Diana Brown, instructional assistant, 26 years of service. Robin Sullivan, instructional assistant, 20 years of service. Linda Davis, Northeast Elementary, instructional assistant, 26 and a half years of service. Beth Creech, Northwest Elementary, instructional assistant, 27 years of service. Alice Young, Rosewood Elementary, instructional assistant, 13 years of service. Our Exceptional Children's Department has 4 retirees. Kathleen Hahn, occupational therapist assistant, 12 and a half years of service. Dana Potter, EC department, 29 and a half years of service. Rhonda Wiggins, EC preschool program coordinator, 29 and a half years of service. Kelly Barrow, physical therapy assistant, 30 years of service. Thank you to all of our certified and classified instructional support retirees. The central office staff serves as the hub around which the school district functions. Administrators, administrative assistants, and various departments such as finance, maintenance, operations, and school nutrition all work together to support the district and meeting the needs of all employees and students. At this time, we would like to share a message from Dr. Timmy Harrell from our Central Services staff for retirees.
Hello, I'm Tim Harrell, Assistant Superintendent for Wayne County Public Schools of Support Services. And I've been given the opportunity to speak with you, the Central Service staff, and thank you for your service to Wayne County Public Schools. When I was given this opportunity, I first thought, what would I say, especially in this year of 2020? So I thought about it a little bit, and I'd like to just kind of touch on maybe 3 points to you as employees. One is just, wow, what a year. 2020, 2021, who would have thought that we would have faced a global pandemic, and in this time, your service would have been called upon even more at a greater period of time for our children, that you would have got up every day not knowing what the research said or what was facing you, but you would have gone to work every day serving our children, because that's what it's all about. So first of all, I just want to say thank you for those days that you got up and did maintenance work, operations work, transportation work, worked at Central Service, anything you did that impacted our children in our district. Thank you so much for taking this year to face this global pandemic with us. I hope that we've learned through this that working together as a team, we can do anything is possible, what we can do for our kids. Second is just thank you for your service. It's very special to me being a son of a public school employee that worked in Wayne County Public Schools and a grandson of one that worked in Wayne County Public Schools as well. Just have an opportunity to say thank you for what you've done, whether it has been 10 years of service, 15 years of service, 30, or for some of you it may be 40 years of service. You work a lot, you do a lot, and sometimes maybe a pat on the back is all you get. But I want to say to you personally from my heart and from Wayne County Public Schools, thank you so much for what you've done, because you have impacted children every day. And I know there were days that you probably left and thought, man, this is hard, this is difficult. But I can tell you that you've done a wonderful thing. And if it wasn't for you, if it wasn't for the bus drivers, if it wasn't for child nutrition service, if it wasn't for maintenance, if it wasn't for so many more and things that you have done, school would not look normal. It would not have taken place. So thank you for your dedication. I was told many years ago when I chose to be an educator, a good friend of mine said, Tim, you'll never get wealthy, you'll never be rich, but you have an opportunity to make a difference for children and leave a lasting impact. And I really truly believe that. So thank you from the bottom of my heart and for Wayne County Public Schools for your service for however many years it may have been. Lastly, what I'd like to do is just close and say that I wish you best wishes for the future and whatever it may be and wherever your path may take you. If it's retirement and enjoying grandchildren or children and what the next activities may be, if it's a second career or a third career and moving forward, I want you to remember that you're always a part of Wayne County Public Schools. And this is always home, as I've always told my students and staff. You can always come back home, see friendly faces, and we appreciate what you have done. So again, from the bottom of my heart and from Wayne County Public Schools, thank you for what you've done. Thank you for sticking with us and our children through the pandemic of 2020, 2021, and best wishes to you in the future. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that wonderful message, Dr. Harrell. We will now recognize our Central Services retirees. Central Services support staff retirees are Loretta Washburn, Administrative Assistant, 22 years of service. Wanda Williams, Administrative Assistant, 5 years of service. Wilma Hamilton, Administrative Assistant, 28 years of service. The Finance Department retirees are Annette Carpenter, Fiscal Services Clerk, 11 years of service. Tammy Hamlet, Accounts Payable Clerk, 27 and a half years of service. Norma Braswell, Payroll clerk, 24 years of service. Vanessa Sneed, bookkeeper, 13 years of service. Esther Johnson, bookkeeper, 14 years of service. The maintenance department retirees are David Lassiter Jr., maintenance director, 40 years of service. William Keith Flowers, assistant maintenance director, 30 years of service. Ray Sasser, head auto mechanic, 15 years of service. Joseph Scarpsapino, painter, 23 years of service. Alan Stooks, HVAC technician, 24 and a half years of service. Robert Malpas, locksmith, 19 years of service. The operations department retirees are Stephen Keith Johnson, custodian, 11 years of service. Mary Bynum Sims, custodian, 7 years of service. School nutrition retirees. Christina Eason, cafeteria assistant, 13 years of service. Cindy Darden, cafeteria assistant, 20 and a half years of service. Eloise Tucker, cafeteria manager, 23 and a half years of service. Lori Howell, cafeteria assistant and bus driver, 28 and a half years of service. Lori Henson, cafeteria assistant, 14 years of service. Adela Spafford, cafeteria manager, 13 and a half years of service. Tammy Skeens, cafeteria assistant, 21 and a half years of service. Brenda Robinson, cafeteria assistant and bus driver, 29 and a half years of service. Linda Bell, cafeteria assistant, 27 years of service. Janie Edwards, cafeteria assistant, 19 years of service. The transportation department retirees are Helen Dortch, bus driver, 6 and a half years of service. William Sneed, transportation supervisor and TIMS coordinator, 12 and a half years of service. Thank you to all of our Central Service retirees. Wow, we are so proud of our retirees, and we thank them for all of their years of service. Fred Rogers said, often when you think you're at the end of something, you're at the beginning of something else. And this may be the end of your journey with us with Wayne County Public Schools, but it is the beginning of your new adventure. We are so happy for you. You will be missed. And please know that we value your service to our district and our students. And we thank you so much for all that you've done for our staff, our parents, our students, and our community. We wish you all the best in your retirement. Thank you so much, and we wish you well.